Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about Furio. We're doing our weekly health check on the platform to see how everything is going. Now it's been a bit of a tough week for the crypto market, of course. If we're talking specifically about Furio.io on the Binance Smart Chain, it's also been a bit of a tough week. So we have a bunch of things to talk about today, and I'm going to change my strategy, right? I'm going to tell you right now, my strategy for my big team has changed. I'm going to explain why I've done that. I feel like I've been offered an opportunity by the team almost, by them changing the rules. So I'm changing up my strategy to try and get maximum profit from this. It does include selling more, but that will lower my APR. But hey, it is what it is. So let's have a look at it. Now this is my large account. I have 17,700 Furio so far built up. I just claimed off video because my timer came up. You see 2 minutes ago I claimed. I got a whale tax of 5% and I managed to get myself 190 Furio, right? But some things have changed. Now here's the timeline of the story, right? 2 days ago, there was a DDoS attack on the Furio site. When you tried to open it, it just wouldn't open. People, of course, saw a DDoS attack. The first thing you want to do is check the price. Come to check the price of Furio, and they also saw that although Furio had been 5.9, 5.5, yeah, 5.5 is the upper range of the LMS, was 5.5 for all this time, and then when the DDoS attack happened almost at the same time, the price started to fall, and it's still falling, and it should hit $4.5. Then that will be the lower edge of their LMS, is how it's supposed to work. Let's see what happens when it hits 4.5. But of course, that's pretty worrying, and you can see there is a lot of selling going on of the Furio token now because of that kind of fear. A couple buys, but not much. More sales than buys. Now, of course, the website is back up. Everything's fine there. But when the webpage was brought back up, there was a new rule. The new rule was that you can only sell 100 Furio tokens a day, as opposed to being able to sell more than that. I had no idea even that there was a sale limit. What I'd been doing was I'd already sold twice out of the entire 5 months that I've been in this platform. I'd sold twice. So here's I joined on the 21st of July, and I'd taken two profits. I'd taken one of 1,100 and one of 846 were my two profit taking days. And that's it. So today is my other profit taking. We did the airdrop yesterday of 100 and let me check, 187 FUR token was airdropped to the team yesterday. All who are 750 plus. Next week we'll go back to the first tier. Check that out in the Furio chat I have on Telegram where we talk about these things. So I'm not ROI yet. I've taken 1,950 back, but my investment is 5,600 all in all across all my Furio teams. And I would like to try and ROI on that now. And then I started thinking, right, if my daily sell limit is 100, let's do some quick maths. So the moment by claiming once to airdrop and selling once, I'm sitting at a 1.25% reward rate. Okay, but I'm only allowed to sell 100 tokens a day. And then if I wanted to then change that to something like a claim twice to sell a week and airdrop once a week, then my reward rate would drop down to 1%. Meaning that I would then get about 150, 160 FUR tokens, which is then again above the daily sell limit. So then if I actually went all the way down to the lowest tier, which is 0.5%, right? Then even at 17,000 at this, so at this 17,500, right? Divided by 200 would kind of get it. I'm going to be making 87 FUR. Right? Which means I only need to really compound this up to about 20,000 FUR to then get that 100 FUR max daily sell anyway. So that really got me thinking, is it worth getting to max payout anymore if I can only sell 100? I'm just going to have all this loose Furio token that I don't yet have a use case for. There's FUR bet, which has not come out yet. And I've announced some other announcement about a yield optimizer coming out where I might be able to use FUR there. I can't come into the FUR pool with my loose FUR because it only takes USDC, so I can't stake it in here. Also, my FUR stake has gone back down to 1,084 because the LMS is going down, which means it's been in here since the 22nd of August. I put in $1,000 into FUR pool initially, and after 3 months, we are sitting. I've made $86 and I've compounded absolutely 100%.
So with the LMS falling down to this lower rate, that means it's one step forward, two step back. So I was going to put more money in this. I'm really happy I didn't. Will the LMS hold at the lower range, or will they have to lower the range? I don't know what's going to happen there. So then finally I would come to Fur Vault. Here I tried to put through more than 100 tokens, and it said I've reached the max sale. So all I can do is go to Fur Swap, and I can take 100 tokens a day of Furio. So I take that 100 tokens, I will get myself $420 minus 10% tax. Let's sell that first, right? Which means I have to come back tomorrow to sell the rest, but it makes more sense to actually just boost that back up to 100 tokens as opposed to this, because like I said, I showed you my logic there. I think my logic is pretty sound on that. Let me know what you think. And what's your strategy now with Furio? How are you going to approach it from now on? So that's me sold that, and I did get 420 USD. So I come back to my sheet. This sheet is available on my website, by the way. It's part of the DGen Farmer spreadsheet, which is about to be released as the V2. If you do own the NFT for V1, you will be able to download V2 for absolutely free. Just hold on to the NFT. V2 is looking awesome. Look at all this awesome stuff going on. Oh no, that's V1. Here is V2. We are all made for a lot of this. This is almost entirely self-automated going on here. Coming down all my favorite top projects where you can see how much pending rewards cash you have, to collect basically. So you don't have to go between blockchains. For example, you can go between Tomb Finance and Animal Farm, then into Drip, and then coming into Dex Finance and things, and Fury also, and checking on your bag without going between blockchains is the idea. But anyway, so that's me sold. So how close am I? I am now halfway, roughly, just under halfway. So I'm still not halfway to being ROI on this. Let's just see what happens. So I'm not saying this is a negative video about Furio. Eventually this had to happen. They had exponential growth for about the past 1 or 2 months. I think the LMS has been on for 2 months, and it has been exponential growth going all the way there. They still have a very healthy LMS balance. We're going to check that, so don't be scared by this video. I just thought that I would be extremely clear and transparent about what a week they've had. Now, with the collapse of the crypto market, this is to be expected. Look what's happened to almost every single DeFi project in the space. And I do appreciate from the Furio dev team that they're completely crystal clear about everything to do with Furio, so that you can do your research as well as you possibly can to find out if it's the right protocol for you to compound and build for the future, or to claim and get your lower APR but get that ROI back. Very important here. And I respect that they do this. Now let's check out some other things on Furio. Okay, so then it brings us into some ways in which they are trying to battle with the current crypto market to make sure that they can get through sustainably out the other side. First, we do have Furbot. Furbot has 2 bots going on. There's an open pool, which you can use by purchasing the NFTs, but it's not running as of yet, I don't think, I'm not sure. And they also have a closed pool, which is using their LMS, the liquidity management service, which is closing in on its lower range right here, okay, of 4.5. It's about to hit it, right? Hopefully we see a flat line from there, right? And that is trading inside of the Furbot with the LMS funds to try and make up the difference of selling. It's just an extra income stream coming into Furio. They do have a lot of plans for income streams. There is the income stream for Furbet, which is going to be their casino, which I brought pre-sale months ago, but it's still not launched, I guess because of some regulation in the UK and the USA for gambling casinos. There's also going to be their yield optimizer, which is having a pre-sale this week, I believe, where hopefully we can take any spare Furio token, which is lying around, and use it for something else, because otherwise it's just going to end up with a load of Furio in people's wallets and daily selling, right? Which is what I'm worried about. And I'm sure they have a bunch of other ideas to add to this. So let's look at Furbot, and we can check out how the Furbot is doing, and we would also see what's going on with June Analytics to see the health, because we do this every week. So here's Furio here. Let me just refresh that and have a little sip of delicious cafe. Lovely. So we have still wallets are building in Furio. There's 7,000 unique wallets in it. You can see from last month was the explosion of Furio. It was their busiest month yet. We have not matched that this month, but the crypto market will most definitely reflect in high risk, high reward DeFi. By the way, this is a high risk, high reward platform, right? It offers up to 2.5% a day. Don't be expecting that it's going to work for everybody. Okay, you need to manage your risk. That's why I go over a lot of projects inside the DeFi, and I never overexpose myself to just one, right? I go in all of them. As they fail or succeed, then I win some, I lose some. That's how you should see it too, but you need to do all your own research on this. Don't hold anyone responsible for your wins and losses apart from yourself. It's a really important thing about DeFi, right? I get all the comments, a lot of hate, but you know, I like to think we win more than we lose, right? So if we come and see what's happened to Furio, we still have, right? We have 52 max wallets, which is quite a lot, right? But we do have this second wave building up now and getting closer and closer. But we have a bunch of players all in this area, right? Who should be compounding more than claiming, hopefully, right? And there's not actually that many players in Furio compared to some of their competitors, which do have a much, much higher wallet balances, right? So this is the LMS. Now, what was worrying for people was that you saw the LMS was climbing, and there's always these dips. This is where they take out some of the LMS to put it into the closed FUR bot, which is going to be trading, using its algorithm, its bot, to then try and earn money for Furio on the back end to make it more sustainable. So you can see it's taken here, and then finally they took from 4 million all the way down to 2 million. They took about half of the LMS just the same time when the price of the LMS was going down, and the DDoS attack happened. Also, this happened, so that's why, and of course the FTX situation. So a bit worrying. Since then, it has flattened, okay, so it's doing okay there. The FUR pool balance is going down slightly, but that would be because the token price is going down slightly. That's why that's happening. So what happened to this 2 million, right? It went into FUR bot. You can actually, props to Furio team again, you can track this too. They make it obvious and easy for everyone to find this information. So now there's $2.8 million in this closed FUR bot for the LMS, right? And here it is here. And this is the performance of how it's been doing. Now, it's also been given a lot of negativity because it started in October. And since October, of course, it's actually lost more than it's won. So the trading profile for the bot is not doing very well. But at the same time, since it did lose from the beginning, it started to slowly recover its position, meaning that it is winning more over time than it is losing over time. Not yet, but the trend is saying that if you take it from the end of October, right? So their current strategy seems to be working better. If you go to the FURBot Pool 1, which would be the NFTs, I guess, they're up 1%. But if you come to the FURBot LMS Closed Pool, they're at 8% down so far since they started. But they must be confident because they've taken another $2 million and put it into this FURBot, which could be the game changer, which would mean that they're managing to add that extra layer of sustainability to the protocol. Right. There are, of course, fees for using FURBot. There are fees for using Furio. There's fees for using FURPool. There's fees for using most things in Furio. And they do have a portion of those fees that do go to the dev team, I understand. So do with that information as you will as well. So then coming into the Furio Telegram, where we can see what's happening, we have some announcements, right? Okay, folks, want to give Clayton G a shout out for this awesome new article, a must read for all Furio investors, very well written and based in reality. No hype, no fear. This is what I'm trying to educate you with today, also because I don't want to cause fear, I don't want to cause hype at the moment, because we're going through a terrible crash, right? And we need to be balanced in our thinking, making sure, as I said, that you get close to your ROI, because we don't know what's going to happen in the next 3 months. Even in crypto now, it's looking very bearish, extremely bearish, much more bearish than possible. And here the LMS is sending more funds to FURBot, which was them announcing what was when they sent it. We're aware of a few ongoing connection issues using your mobile phone, so they don't know that there are issues with the mobile phone. And here they explained the markets are crap. FTX and now all sorts of rumors about crypto.com. Furio has dropped 8% in value. We are nowhere near the bottom of the LMS range, and we have 4 million USDC in the LMS. There is a massive LMS, so don't be worrying about the LMS not having enough, okay? Get a grip. There are projects with nothing in their LMS and others with the LMS in free fall. Oh, and by the way, with a proven trading bot moving into profit and external revenue streams, we have had a bullshit FUD attack and a DDoS attack. We're still here, still transparent, and pumped for the weeks ahead. Fur pool enhancements will be out this week, as will fur bot deposit pools. Medium on Furio Finance 2. We're not going to change the way we do things because it's a tough world right now. In fact, it makes it even more committed to do what we're doing. Appreciate your support in these challenging times. So this is the kind of rhetoric that I want to hear from devs when they're reaching struggling times. They're not blaming anyone. They're saying we are doing exactly what we want to do, and we're going to stick with that from now on, as they have been doing, okay? You know, last thing we can quickly check would be their announcement on, it must be in their, yeah, here. So this is Furio Finance coming soon, which will be an additional revenue stream going into the FUR token, as I believe. High yielding APRs, stable investments, blue chip investments, loan options, and leverage is what they're also going to be launching, with a pre-sale coming very soon. The pre-sale will be on Monday, the 21st of November, so just next week. I'll probably be going into it because I'm a degen, and I'm going to degen like a good degen does. We're going to continue with airdrops, but like I said, I'm probably, throughout this, you know, sometimes I make videos so I can just research projects and what's going on while I'm actually talking at the same time. I'm a busy guy, right? And what I've decided that I'm going to do is I'm going to add one more claim day to my ROI chase. Once I get back to ROI, I'll probably start building up the compounding again to max this out. Then start moving funds into other wallets, creating a bigger army of Furio teams. Essentially is my plan. But so that means that I'm probably going to drop the reward rate down to 1% as opposed to 1.25 because I come to the rates. Yeah, I'll be falling down to 1 because I'll be doing the 9 to 12 claims as opposed to before. I don't think I'll go to 0.5 because then it's not actually 100 a day yet. So I'll still be compounding. It will mean though that the weekly airdrop will be going down, but as I compound up to 20,000 and then up to more than, so it's going to be more than 100 anyway. But I'm going to get that ROI. Okay, thanks. This is Furio's check today. All in all, I'm okay with it. I'm just happy that it's still here, it's still printing, and you did see I just did sell some tokens and I got my USDC back, and that's the most important thing in the end, is it not? Yes. Okay, peace.